Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 38 of our Start From Nothing challenge. We are currently loading up a whole bunch of stuff here because we actually have a very decent price over at the farmer's market. Of course, the price is better at the Erlengrad, the place you have to rent the train to get all this stuff to, but I don't want to spend $1,000 just to make our money, especially if I only think it's going to make a difference of about $500 in the sale price. So to me, it just made more sense to load it all up here. And I'm going to see if I can get this up on the front, hopefully to help strap down that other pallet of Kamichi that doesn't have a strap on it. But we'll see how this behaves here, because this is fairly heavy and it's up in the air a decent... I mean, the John Deere did an amazing job there. Wow. Oh, where am I binding? Oh, I was just sitting on top of Kamichi. We're fine. Alright. Perfect. Yeah, that actually is right what we needed. And we're heading down to the farmer's market. I believe the farmer's market is the one that's just to our south a little bit here. So we're just going to head over there. And while we're going that way, I want to tell you why I wanted to sell this stuff. You see, one of my major withholdings for not planting grass was not only the price of the planter, because you have to be able to plant it before you can do anything, but actually it's the farmer's market north. Give me a second here. No, it is the one to the south. One of my main withholdings was that the price, we already have the bale wrapper, we have the mower, but we have no way of actually collecting the grass and getting it into a bale. And then in the for sale items today, there is something that looks really, really nice. Let me make my turn here, hit the cruise control. Take a peek at this. The Pro Belt 165. And of course, 54% off. It's going to save us $30,000 on that. That is exactly what we've been looking for. So I was hoping our sale of all of these right here would net us about 15 grand, and we might actually be able to afford a baler. That would be awesome. We still need a windrower. We need to be able to get all of it actually into a pile a baler can work with. But this is by far the most expensive piece of that puzzle, and it's pretty well solved. I mean, we're going to save 50% on a very, very expensive piece of equipment. Very, very excited about that. So let's see what we get here. We have $18,713. Let's see what we get. $18,200. I'm actually... Wow, that was really good money. Very... very happy about that. I do apologize, my voice has been kind of on the fritz recently, so I don't quite have the full capacity of my voice, but we have plenty enough to be able to record our videos. So let's go put the trailer away here and maybe think about buying that baler. Okay, so for $29,650, this is a piece we can use really, really well. What's the difference here? I don't know the difference between the 165 and the 450. I don't even think I care that much. And we're going to put standard net on here. We might as well just go with that. 3 mega ones. $30,000. Let's go look at this beautiful piece of equipment we now own. I mean, this is going to be perfect for us. Look at this thing. I am actually so excited about this. Oh man, that was like one of the major reasons why I didn't want to get into grass. Because just the baler itself, it was 60 grand, but being able to get it on a sale here for 30, that opens up this avenue way faster. So I'm thinking for the next year, our field is going to basically, we're going to pull the root crops off, we're going to plant grass, try to get a harvest or two of grass off, and then time come planting season for our root crops, for our parsnips or carrots or whatever we end up planting, we can just plow the grass under, like cultivate it under, use that for fertilizer. I mean, that's just a great deal all around. And speaking of great deals all around, we need to go get some more wood for our sawmill. That's by far the most important piece of the things we need to accomplish today, just because it's pretty much out and we need to keep that thing running. It has been so good for us in the money making, so we might as well continue to put our stock in that and keep that thing going. Deadwood Mission way down to the southwest. And we're just going to take that on because we're going to chop those trees right into the back of here. Let's get over there. Here we are, and look at this. We got 2 deadwood trees right out here, out on the basically immediate edge of this thing. So we're going to take this opportunity right away and see if I can bring a couple of these things into here. I do want to try to get this one first. It's going to be a little bit of a pain to maneuver with it, but I think this is the tree that's going to be much more difficult to keep contained. Line it up a little bit. Let's see how we did. Honestly, pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, no, it's going the wrong way. You know what? It's not going the best, but having a piece way on the edge like this is actually pretty good. Okay, I think I'm going to just leave that one as is. I just want to get these deadwood trees cut up. Might as well collect the free $1,000 for cutting down a couple extra pieces of wood. It makes a lot of sense to do that. I think the other one was just right over here somewhere, so... Really did like this one. It's not a super heavily populated forest here, so we were able to find the trees fairly simply, and not only that, but actually get to them as well. And because of that, we've got 7 full trees on the trailer. I don't know if you could tell in the time lapse, but I did have a tree that fell kind of off to the side a little bit, so we're going to see how this one behaves. But I anticipate that it's just going to fall off on the ride. And I don't care that much if it does, because it's just kind of been a pain in my butt, so... I mean, if it's going to line up like that, at that point we might as well strap it down. Yeah, okay. That's a good looking load right there, ladies and gentlemen. Good looking load. A couple extra straps for safety. I don't think it's going to make a difference, but let's get these back to our sawmill. These people are just like, let me walk as close as I can to the front of this big piece of machinery. Never understood it myself. Seems a little bold. I want to see if I can get that piece first. And this should get most of it here. Oh. Mission success. That's what we like to talk about right there. And that should keep us with enough of lumber to realistically operate for a couple of months again. Let's just take a quick peek here. Up to 13,000, yeah, that should get us probably about 3 or 4 months worth. So very, very happy about that. 1,500 bucks for the rest of that deadwood contract there. Harvesting, not really a lot of stuff that looks really that good. I do like those big weeding missions there. Head up to field 15 on a weeding mission, and we could bring the sprayer on the front. We could go 15, I mean, or we could just go right down there. Let's go, oh, let's double it up here. We're gonna bring the stuff for, I'm gonna do field 23. So we'll do field 23, and then we'll also bring the weeder for field 15. I think that will work really nicely. So let's get all this stuff loaded up here. Not quite sure what I was thinking about with putting the weeder in the middle of the farm there. It's kind of a big piece of equipment, but it worked out. Let's go get these 2 contracts taken care of. just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have all our weeding and spraying done. That's going to be a nice little chunk of change from those contracts there. Let's take a quick peek at what we're going to get. $2,500 and $18.34. Of course, that doesn't include the additional cost of the herbicide we needed to spray, but even so, that's still a very nice little chunk of change. I never liked that sign anyways. Get out of here, boy. So we're just going to head back to the farm here and then kind of figure out where we're going to go next. Here we are doing another contract here. We're doing it way down in the south part of the map, but just a quick little mowing contract. As I'm pretty sure everybody's well aware, I had to take a little bit of a break from the recording side of stuff. Seen some success down at the Open Championships for bowling down in Baton Rouge this year, but also I had a little bit of loss in the family as well. So I had some stuff to take care of, and it was really important that I wasn't trying to focus on a whole bunch of different stuff, and was able just to kind of take some time and get it all figured out. But here we are mowing our field. I mean, not our field, mowing this contract field, but it's worth a pretty penny. And then while we're doing this, I might as well also talk. I decided just kind of over these last couple weeks between getting the rest of that field weeded and now, I decided that it would be kind of fun to have some other mods available to us, just to be able to showcase some of the stuff the community comes up with, at least the farming simulator community comes up with. So I do have some additional mods installed, nothing that really changes the game, but it might give us access to some equipment that's not super expensive, but not also super overpowered. So there will be some stuff showing up in the shop just soon. I don't think we're going to see anything that's going to be game-changing for a while, because we already got that baler. So realistically, not a whole lot else we need to talk about at the moment. Let's get this mowing done and out of the way. That is a truly beautiful success for us right there. That's, I mean, we need to take a look at how much money that's actually going to make us here. And we're going to get off the field before we do it. It looks like we got ourselves a total of $2,700 off of a quick, easy mowing mission. Very happy about that. What else is there for us to do? We could do a cultivating. There's a fertilizing, a lot of harvesting, hoeing, plowing, spraying, weeding. $5,700 for a weeding mission. I think I'm going to jump on top of that one, like right away. So I'm gonna go grab the weeder, and we're just going to we're gonna time lapse this whole thing because I have no reason to talk your ears off here. That is a nice chunk of change right there. 5,709 big ones. They're big ones there because we don't have that many of them at the moment. I do want to take a peek at the for sale items. Haven't done that. Looks like there is a planter that can plant rice saplings. Not anything that is really of interest to myself. It might be of interest to you guys, but truth be told, I do not see the value in it for our farm right now, especially with the hard prices we have anyways. If we were playing with something on prices that were much easier to navigate, maybe we would pick it up. But for the sake of at least right now on this farm, no way, not happening. There we are, up to $2,100. It's actually a fairly nice place to be. If we look at our finances, turned a very beautiful profit of $2,000. Contract payment of $14,000, and you can see the sold products up at $18,000. $1,000, but then we also bought that baler for 30. So overall, a very, very great and profitable episode for us. Thank you so much for watching. I apologize if this episode was kind of weird between the first and the second little portion there, just because of the time I spent between actually getting it done and recorded. So the next episode is going to be a lot more just continual. I'm actually going to kind of know what we're doing. So I hope to see you next time. Everybody, please have good days and nights. Take care.